Yep, well, I tell you, here in the garden, yep, we're always looking for that wonderful thing called rain. Yep, but, well, I look here at the snail and, well, I don't see that we get too much water. So, even though the clouds are covering over, we need to check and see if the ground is needing water. Yep, even if the clouds ain't going to give us any. Yep, I tell you, it's hard to tell when you look at the soil, but when you get down underneath, yep, even in the sandy soil, that's where all the, well, dry stuff is. You got to get the water down about 2 inches. Yep, well, I tell you, looking right here at the ground, I see that it don't look too wet. Nope, not on the surface it is. But we need to dig down a little bit and see what's going on underneath, see. Yep. Let me see here. Get down here in the dirt. Yep. See, as it is, you look down in here about 2 inches, and, well, it's a little dry. Yep, not totally dry, mind you, but a little dry. That means we need to get a little more rain in there, a little more water. At least for these ones here, my peppers. You can see here by the leaves too, they're looking for a little bit of water. Yep, they're starting to get a little wilty. Yep, that means we need to get them some H2O, they say. Some good old-fashioned water. Yep, well, when you're checking the ground, this here'd be a worm, see? Yep, he's looking for the water too. Yep, I reckon we gotta get some water in there for him to get back underground too. They're all getting a little thirsty.
Aha! Oh, this is going to be good. Yes, I am helping here in the watering of the garden, and we are going to scientifically show you how much water we are putting on the plants as we water. I have put the hose here, and we have our water catcher snail right there to tell us when it rains. Oh, yes, this is a rain catcher. Aha! I'm going to fill the rain catcher just like we would do if we were watering the garden. Here I go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're watering that plant and the rain catcher at the same time. We are putting enough water onto the rain catcher and the plant, just like we will do all over the garden. Yes. Aha, there we go. Now we have put all the water that we would put on a plant. 2 inches of rainwater, approximately, for every plant. Oh yes, and if we do that every day, that will keep the plants very well watered. Oh, they don't need that much, you know. They can go a few days without, but you want to make sure they are getting a lot and lot of water. Oh, otherwise they will wilt and die. Oh, that would be sad. I know, I've done that with many experiments, you know. Oh, keep on watering, Eli. Oh, this will be a nice, long, good water tonight.
Yep, a good thing to look for when you're watering, yep, is if the dirt's starting to come away from the side of your buckets. That means you need to get a little more water in there. Yep, and when you're looking at your hanging baskets up there, well, you might think that that lettuce looks pretty good, but when you get around to the other side, you can see, yep, it's going to need some water too. Yep, it's getting a little dry in there. Yep, with your hanging baskets though, you want to make sure you got good drainage so the water that's extra comes on out. You just want to keep the soil wet. You don't want to keep it flooded. That'll hurt your roots. This is one of Gizmo's experiments, see? Yep, milk jug turned upside down. You can see the roots inside there. You don't want them to have too much water. You really don't want them to have all that sunlight, he say, either, but, well, it's doing pretty good. Yep, well, now, not everything that you planted is going to need water at the same time, you see. Yep, we planted these here strawberries up here in a gutter system. Yep, it's a new idea that Gizmo come up with this year for our homestead, and, well, this gutter is doing real good on keeping moisture in it. So we got to be careful not to overwater these as well, even though strawberries really do like the water. Yep, you can tell even by the leaves of the plants, like here in my tomato patch. Yep, they're looking for a little more water tonight. Yep, now they say when you're watering, you want to water underneath the plants, especially your tomatoes. Yep, you don't want to get all the leaves all watered up. Nope, just underneath. Especially if you're watering during the day, which isn't the best time to water. Best time to water would be at night or first thing in the morning. I prefer to do mine in the evening. Yep, that way I can give the little rainbow connection at the end. Now I reckon this here tomato, he's here in a pot, see? And well, when you look down there at the base of him, you can tell he's got plenty of water in there. Yep, he's a little more in the shade than some of the others. So, well, you got to make sure that you water the ones that need it. And, well, you can tell by this one's leaves here that it's looking pretty good. Yep. So give it a little bit of water, but not as much as some of the other plants you'd be giving water to. Yep, especially in case of it raining. Yep, you don't want to overwater. Once you put a little bit on the top and it sits, you just want to count a few seconds. And as long as it's going down in, yep, give it a little bit more. And that'll be just about enough, see?
One of my favorite parts of watering the garden is late at night, just as the sun's going down, to give it the rainbow connection. We give it a little rain up on the leaves as well. Not a bunch, just a little. Here we go. Woohoo! Rainbow connection. Aha! Yes, rainbows are formed when light shines through the water, like when sunlight is shining through rain. As we are watering this way, we are causing rain to fall down on the plants, giving us a slight rainbow. When the light is bent through the little water droplets, it brings out amazing colors. Oh yes, it does. There are 7 colors you can look for. Aha! You know there are many forms of irrigation for the plants you see. You can do a drip line down on the plants, or just hand water them with a bucket or a hose, or the sprinkler system just like this, you know. All these irrigation methods are very helpful for the plants. We tend to mix them up a little bit. A little drip line, a little raining, a little straight on watering. But all that matters is the plants need water to help them grow.